There have been quite a few changes to the squad during this pre-season, and today we run through all them transfers, and we've got Liverpool in the Community Shield. Hello everyone, I'm Dan. Welcome to the Director of Football Challenge Fearless Foxes here on Reesy. Hope you're all doing very well. And yes, it is the start of a new season today if you count the Community Shield as a competitive game. I certainly do because it's a trophy up for grabs. And hopefully we can get underway in some good style by bagging some silverware. Let's show you exactly what's happened in the transfer window then so far. Of course, the window isn't closed yet. It closes at the end of the month, I believe. Let's see what the Director of Football has done. First of all, there has been a lot of changes here at the club, some surprising sales, and I'm not entirely happy about all of them. We have to skip back to last season to see all of them pretty much, apart from one, and let's go through it then. So, let's go for the transfers out first, I think, is the best bet. So we have let go of Johnny Evans. We'll go through the key players because there's quite a long list of young players as well and fringe players. So Johnny Evans has gone to Manchester United. Of course, his last game, was it his last game? No, one of his last appearances was scoring against Manchester United in the FA Cup final to win it for us. He's gone back to his former club on a deal worth potentially £17.25 million. And I mean, it's probably, I like Johnny Evans, you know how much I rate him, but for a 33-year-old to get roughly £17.5 million for him, or £250,000, not a bad bit of business by the club, as long as we replace him sufficiently. Papi Mendy as well, he's gone to Aston Villa on a £5.5 million deal, so we've lost a defensive midfielder there. Very fringe player for me. I like Mendy, but he didn't get anywhere near our starting lineup last year. I don't even know how many games he played. Let's have a look. Last season in the Premier League, 4 appearances. So to get £5.5 million for him, pretty happy with that. Not too bad indeed. And some of the signings in there, let's have a look. We will go to the next screen as well. At the back end of last season, technically, we managed to bring in Nikola Vlasic from CSKA Moscow for £16.5 million. Now, Vlasic can play anywhere across the front, across the three, just behind the striker pretty much. He can play as an inverted winger out on the left. He's accomplished there, and on the right-hand side. Predominantly, he's a natural number 10. So what does that mean for Maddison, I hear you ask? Don't worry, Maddison's still here for now. But Vlasic gives us a little bit of cover there, good attacking midfielder, and again he's versatile. He can also play naturally deeper as well in a Mazzala or a playmaker role, so he is a very good signing. I'm very pleased with him, very good attributes indeed. Today we're going to use him on the right hand side as an inside inverted winger rather for the game against Liverpool. Let's have a look at his attributes here though. The only problem with that is he is right footed. I do like to have, and you should really have, like a left footer on the right if they're playing inverted or inside forward, etc. Left footer on the right hand side. You get the picture, but he is right footed, but he fits the Bills play there for today. So he's a good signing, very happy with him. He came from CSKA Moscow. Let's have a look at his career stats as well. He got an average rating last season, 19 games. He played 19 games, average rating of 7.28. He's a decent player for sure. Let's go back to here then. So let's go to transfers that's happened this year. As you can see, a lot more have gone out. First of all, we'll go through the ones that have gone out. Damari Gray, Slimani Fuchs are the key players there that have gone out on a free. Their contracts expired. Gray's gone to Marseille, Olympiacos for Slimani. Christian Fuchs has gone to Lokomotiv Moscow. A couple of players have gone out on a free transfer from the development centre. Massive sale was Ricardo Pereira. He has gone to Chelsea, unfortunately for us, for a deal worth £50 million eventually, and that is a big loss for us. He was superb for us last year. Played 29 games, average rating of over 7 assists, 2 goals. Very good player indeed that we've lost right there. Josh Knight's gone to Real Salt Lake. We're still with the Reesy FC crest. Timothy Castagna has also been sold by the Director of Football, John Rudkin. I mean, what are we doing selling both Ricardo and Castagna? £36.5 million and deal worth potentially £52 million. We've lost half of our back line to Manchester United. Not very ambitious from us at all, I don't think. If you want to keep your key players, I said Leicester's model is to sell 1 key player per season. We sold 3. Johnny Evans, Timothy Castagna and Ricardo Pereira. Not a happy bunny over here. 3 of our back line have gone, 2 of them, to Manchester United. Leshabala has gone to Livingston on loan, which he's a good young player, Leshabala. I think it's Leshabala, it's something like that anyway. He probably won't be seen on this save. I don't think he's going to develop enough to be useful for me, but he is a good youngster coming through the ranks at Leicester City. Danny Ward's another one. He hasn't really played for us, but he's gone to Getafe for £1.8 million deal, worth £2.3 million potentially. Good goalkeeper, Danny Ward. Good to have as a backup, so it's interesting now who's going to come in as backup for Kasper Schmeichel, because they're not going to play a lot of games. Schmeichel is the one and only, is the number one keeper at the club, and it looks to stay that way unless we sign someone absolutely ridiculous. So that's the ins and outs. There are rumours of James Maddison leaving, hence why I said about he's here just about at the moment. We haven't actually had a bid from Manchester United again. Why do they just want to sign our team? That shows how good we are. Man United just literally want to be Leicester City in real life and in game by the looks of it. In fact, that's not the end of the ins, because we've brought this man in to replace Ricardo Pereira. Here we go. They could have given me one that I could actually pronounce. Take Hiro Tomiyasu. We'll go with Tomiyasu. He's a 22-year-old right back. He can also play at centre back as well. So it's a little bit of cover for for where Johnny Evans has left. That gap is a little bit filled with this guy, but I think we're going to play him as a right wing back anyway. He's good as full back as he is wing back, which is great. He's a good player. Looks a good player, quick, good crossing, so we'll get down them flanks and look to deliver a good ball. He's obviously not as good as Ricardo Pereira, in my opinion, or Timothy Castagna, but it's what Leicester do. They sell key players and bring in a younger player who we can look to sell for a profit later on. But I think essentially we have sold far too many players. But this guy looks decent. However, look how thin our squad is now. It's tiny. We had a big squad last year. We've got a real small squad this year, so God help us if there's injuries, because we could be a little bit screwed. Guy being promoted, 2 guys being promoted from the under-23s. That is Kiernan Dewsbury Hall. Very, very good young player. He's currently in real life on loan at Luton. Doing really well there. I think next season Leicester will have him back and he'll be in and around the squad, because he's literally ripping it up wherever he goes. Blackpool, Luton, he's doing very, very well indeed. Good youngster, good to have him a part of the squad in the midfield. The midfield is looking strong this year for us, which is great news. And also we have promoted Filip Benkovic. Now Benkovic has been at Leicester for a long while. He keeps getting loaned out, but maybe this is his time to shine. Johnny Evans is gone. And now Benkovic has the chance to step up. He's 24 years old, still got not a bad potential. Maybe this is his last crack at Leicester City. If we take a look at the squad depth screen then, so up front we haven't changed much. Maybe I'd say we're okay. Attacking wise, strikers, wingers, midfielders, absolutely fine. Nothing much has changed. However, we come down to the defence and you can see we're completely weak. We've only got James Justin on the left. We haven't really got a stand-in left-back anymore, because Castagna was versatile. He could play left or right, and if you really wanted, Ricardo could play on the left as well. It was looking really good. I remember it was only a few episodes ago I said we got one of the best defences in the league because of the full-backs and wing-backs we've got at the club. Now it's not looking like that. We've lost Johnny Evans in there, so now it's only Fofana and Soyuncu are the 2 best centre-backs at the club, which is a great pairing. Don't get me wrong. Young, fantastic players, great talent, but Johnny Evans' steady Eddie, experienced head was there to come in some big games, and he done very well for us, so he is a big loss. We've got Tomiyasu in there on that list. Indeed, he is welcome filling at centre-back, but not ideal for me, and Benkovic is there on the list too. And likewise, right-back. Apparently, Ndidi is the best right-back at the club. Tomiyasu is third on that list. A little bit concerning, if you ask me, and we have no backup keeper currently, because Jakupovic left last season. Where does that leave us with transfer budget, I hear you ask? Well, because of the players we've shipped out, we now have a budget of £125 million remaining. The original budget was £69 million, but £125 million now. It would be nice to see if the director of football does bring in 1 or 2 big name signings. I was very confident we could crack the top 4 this year, but with the defence, I'm not too sure now. We'll score plenty of goals, don't get me wrong, but I think we're going to concede a lot, especially against big sides, and today's a real test when we face Liverpool. Let's have a look at the schedule then to see the fixtures for this season. And first of all, let's have a look at pre-season. We've been getting on well. 10 goals, 13 goals, another 13 goals scored in the opening 3 games. That's 36 goals in 3 games, albeit against very, very poor opposition, but it's good for the confidence. We had a game against Real Valladolid, and we beat them 2-0. A much rotated side, as you see. Kamal Sowar scored. Jamie Vardy also on the score sheet as well. We played Anderlecht at home as well. Bit of a test, that one, but we lost that one 2-0. 1-0. And again, it was a bit of a rotated side. Mitch Clark played. Sawa played as well. He looked okay in pre-season, Sawa, so he's someone we're going to keep an eye on for this season for sure. Luke Thomas at left back as well. He's another one we're going to look to try and use a bit more this season. I just noticed he didn't appear on that squad depth screen, so maybe we just need to promote him. I've probably just got used to just using the under-23s in friendlies, so we do probably have to promote him properly, but Luke Thomas is another option there. This is what we're looking like then. So obviously we've got the Community Shield game against Liverpool today, which we'll show you very shortly. It's not a bad start to the season, is it? We've got Crystal Palace at home, Newcastle United away, hopefully another 8 goals there, Everton at home and Spurs away, Man City away as well in there, so 2 very tough away games in that opening 5. Other than that though, I think we should be looking to get 7 points, at least 6 points from them opening 3 games, hopefully 2 home wins, and we'll pick something up at St James's Park as well before we tackle Tottenham and Manchester City. Of course, we went to Tottenham last year and won. We beat Manchester City at home last year as well. So hopefully, it's not a bad start on paper really. We get Spurs and City out of the way early on. Of course, if you want to be in the top 4, you need to beat these sides. Away from home though, might be a bit of a different story. If there was one home game in there, I'd be slightly more confident of getting some good results there. But you know what, I'm happy with that first 5 games. We then take on Villa and Blackburn as well, and in between that we got the 3rd round of the EFL Cup, and of course the Europa League is in there as well somewhere. By the looks of it, Blackburn and Bournemouth came up this season. Who else is in the Premier League this year? Let's have a quick look at that then. Nottingham Forest are there as well, so that's going to be a tasty East Midlands derby as well. That is one we'll definitely show you, and hopefully we hammer Nottingham Forest, because that's what Leicester like to do. We always get the better of Forest, don't we? We've been the biggest side in the Midlands for quite a while now, haven't we, Wolves and Villa fans? Absolutely. Right, let's get straight into the Liverpool game then. So, this is the side we've gone with. It is Schmeichel in goal, Justin, Soyuncu, Fofana, Tomiyasu at right back, debutising today. Tielemans and Ndidi in midfield, Barnes on the left, Maddison in the number 10 role, Vlasic out on the right with Jamie Vardy up top as the lone striker who sets some eyes. It's going to be a big open game, this one. I wanted to play the 4-4-2 diamond, but I just want to see a game with the pretty much our strongest team against one of the strongest teams in the Premier League, of course European champions, because they beat Juventus in that Champions League final, and of course the Premier League champions as well. So let's get straight into it then. Big, huge game, and what we're going to do as well, we don't care about the numbers, they can just have what they want. After the comment in a couple of videos ago, we're going to make it extended highlights as well, because it's a final at the end of the day as well, and we did say that. So let's have a look at this. Come on, boys. I didn't really look at that team talk, but let's tell all the boys we have faith, get some green motivations in there, and let's have a look at this. What we'll do as well then, we'll chuck this onto extended highlights, and then happy days. Hopefully get more highlights in the big games. Again, I like listening to you guys' feedback, and if you feel like you need to see more highlights in games, I'm happy to try and give you that. So, opening 15 minutes hasn't gone well, has it? No chances to either team. We finally do get a shot away. I thought this was extended highlights. We've had 20 minutes with nothing. We're going to drop some encouragement on there to the boys. It'd be nice to get our second piece of silverware. Of course, we played in the Community Shield a couple of years ago against Manchester United, and we lost. That was the season, of course, after we won the league. Half hour gone then. Extended highlights, no highlights. It must be an absolute terrible game. Let's drop some Demar Moore on there, and hopefully they can start kicking on and actually produce something. Vlasic on a 6.4 rating currently, not having a good debut. He is stuck out on the right. We could try him in a number 10 role at some stage, maybe push Maddison to the left. We could put Barnes on the right-hand side, but we'll see how it goes. Vlasic plays the ball across, looking for Harvey Barnes. Alexander-Arnold clears. Schmeichel picks up. What's Kasper Schmeichel doing? He let it come back into the box. It was a bit weird. He could have just passed it out with his feet. But no, he let it run back in the box. Why is there blue nets at Wembley? Very strange indeed. Tielemans to Barnes. Barnes out wide to Justin. Looking on the overlap. Barnes, though, has found acres of space against Liverpool's high line. Barnes is in the box. Chips at the back post. Vlasic is there, and Vlasic should have scored. What an opportunity to score on your debut. And he heads it. He had the whole goal to aim for, and he heads it straight at the keeper. That should have been 1-0. What a poor effort that was. We're going to say to them, should we say we're happy with the performance? I'm going to say we owe Liverpool from what happened last time. And hopefully we can go out and that'll motivate them to win. Tielemans to Justin. Harvey Barnes. We haven't seen the defence tested just yet. I'm very worried about that. As I said earlier in the video, I'm fine with the attack and the midfield. Just so worried about that defence. Schmeichel on the ball now. On paper at the minute, Justin, Soyuncu, Fofana and Tomiyasu should be a good defence. It's the depth there which is the problems. Hopefully Benkovic can step up this time round for Leicester, because he hasn't. To be fair, he's another one of them players. If you probably remember in the intro, in episode 1 of this series, I went through a list of players that was never given a chance at Leicester. Adrian Silva was one of them, and that's a good goal from Trent, isn't it? What a goal that is. But Benkovic is certainly one of them, not given a chance at all at Leicester. But that's a good start for Liverpool, isn't it? Second half, 4 minutes in, they're 1-0 up. Trent Alexander-Arnold grabbing the goal. Mane through. Did he play a direct through ball here? It did. He did take a touch, and then it was blocks from Soyuncu. I didn't know if he backheeled it or it was a block from Soyuncu. It certainly was a block, and it is Alexander-Arnold to make it 1-0 to Liverpool. We're going to try and fire up the boys here. Come on, lads. Just gave you a team talk to go and get revenge, and you've allowed Liverpool to go and score early on. 60 minutes gone now. We probably should look at a change. Vlasic is having a nightmare, isn't he? A 6.2 rating on his debut. Not good at all. Oh, what do we do here? He's got 6.3 now. I might... Albrighton's injured today, so we can't play him, hence why he's not on the bench. So what we're going to do now, I might chuck Barnes that side, see what that does for us. As an inside forward, on attack, Vlasic can play as an inverted winger on his preferred side. Maddison, or should we play Maddison out there? We'll give Vlasic a go out there, see what he's like. I might bring on Dewsbury Hall for a little bit of football. He can come in for Yuri Tillemans. I think this will do for now. I mean, we haven't got... I don't feel like I've got many options on the bench anymore, which is a bit concerning. Tomiyasu to Dewsbury Hall. This is why that £125 million budget needs to be spent by the board, because we need 2 signings, in my opinion, to have a very good squad again. Very disappointed we lost 3 of our back 4. Dewsbury Hall on the ball now. Plays it into Ndidi. I thought Barnes would get on the end of that. Vadison? Nearly called Vardy Maddison. Vardy's shot is weak into the arms of the keeper. 65 minutes gone then. Still Leicester 0, Liverpool 1. Diego Jota on the ball now for Liverpool. Good challenge there from Tomiyasu. He's on a yellow card. Why am I getting my words so mixed up? He's on a red card. Great strike there, and a fantastic save by Kasper Schmeichel, who tips it over the crossbar. Liverpool are really threatening now. Our back line. Thiago with the corner. Whipped in. Matip's header, and Schmeichel saves in the centre of the goal there. He did well there. He had players in front of him there, Kasper Schmeichel. I wonder if they would have been offside or anything if that had gone into the net. Vlasic not doing anything, so we're going to move Maddison out to the left. We're going to bring Vlasic off and put in... Actually, it's going to be a change in shape, you know. Should it be a change in shape? I think it will be. Kelechi and Nacho on. We'll go to the diamond. Let's have a little rethink of this. Dewsbury Hall, Ndidi, Maddison. Maddison maybe is the Mazzala. Can we bring Barnes off now? Let's have a look. Who can we bring on? Maybe Dennis Pratt there. Dewsbury Hall. He's better off as the ball-winning midfielder. We're going to make him a box-to-box rather. Maddison as number 10. Mazzala for Pratt. I think this looks good. We're going to put these guys on attacking wing-backs. And I think this should look good. We'll give it a go. A little bit of a change in dynamics here. Hopefully this will upset Liverpool a little bit. We did play a 4-4-2 diamond against them and did quite well with it last season. And then it was when we reverted to the 4-2-3-1 where Liverpool took over and won the game. Thiago's ball in, cleared away by Vardy. And Ndidi looking to get on the end of this. Can he play Iheanacho in early? Iheanacho has the ball. He's not going to get past Van Dijk, and he does. Iheanacho's in. The angle's very narrow, apparently. The angle's very narrow. Dewsbury Hall has an opportunity. He took his time there, and Ndidi picks up the ball. Out wide to Tomiyasu. Like to see him a little bit further up the pitch, if I'm honest, but he was there to support. I want to see him overlapping more. It's a good ball to Iheanacho. Iheanacho's in, and it's a great save from Farinez in the Liverpool goal. What an opportunity that was, and that should have been 1-1, really, shouldn't it? Good opportunity for Iheanacho. Maddison's ball in, cleared away from Origi, and it goes out for a throw-in. Still Leicester 0, Liverpool 1. James Milner still at Liverpool. He's coming on to replace someone. I didn't see who he's actually replacing. Right. 13 minutes to go. It is still 1-0 to Liverpool. We have an opportunity still. We're going to go attacking. We're going to shout to the boys. We're going to fire them up. Say, come on, lads, you can still do this. We might bring Ndidi off. Can we make another sub? I think we can. Put Hamza Chowdhury in, and we'll go from there. I just realised there is another goalkeeper on the bench. Devon Perkins, apparently. Right, 90th minute, 5 minutes to go. Leicester 0, Liverpool 1. We're going to go very attacking now. Come on, boys. Don't think we're going to have another opportunity. As a throw-in for Liverpool, is there one last highlight in this? Maddison turns over the ball. Justin plays it to Vardy. Vardy's backheel to Prayet, and it's overturned, and there goes the final whistle. I wonder if we still had the ball there, would we have had an opportunity to go on and have another chance at goal? But That being said, 1-0, I'm not too disappointed. I thought we could have got hammered there with the big changes in defence. But to only concede 1 goal, I'm not too disappointed. So there is confirmation there. Liverpool are lifting yet another trophy, and it is the FA Community Shield this time around. It's definitely not a friendly for me. It's a competitive game. There's a trophy at stake. And congratulations to Liverpool. Did very well. It was a tight game at first, wasn't it? But I think they probably deserved it. We're going to say to the Muse underdogs, don't worry about it, lads. We'll go again next year when we win the Premier League. We'll get another shot at the Community Shield. Being a bit ambitious, I guess. Right then, let's head across to the schedule then. So, Crystal Palace is up next. We'll bring you that game. First game of the season at home at the King Power. I do expect 3 points to start the season off very well. So join me on Monday for the start of the new Premier League season. So guys, if you did enjoy that, please leave a like on the video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel as well and also hit the little bell to be notified every time I upload a video. Check me out on Twitch as well. I haven't really been streaming this week. Had a few family things going on, so I didn't really stream. But back at it on Tuesday, maybe over the weekend as well. Follow me on Twitter at ReesyFC for some further updates on that, and that's where I'll announce if I'm doing any extra streams to make up for the missed ones this week. That being said, no Sir Alex Ferguson video tomorrow because there's nothing to recap on. That'll be back with you next Saturday. But let me know in the comments how you think we're going to do this season. Starting at Palace with Palace at home, do you think we can get the top 4 this year? What do you think of them transfers? I think a few of them are a bit nonsense really from the director of football, but we'll work with what we got. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time here on Reesy FC. Bye bye.